Hi everyone and welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be sharing a 6x8 layout with you. I really wanted to experiment and try using a larger photo for this layout. I really love this one. It's a wedding photo of my husband and I with both of my grandmothers. I've printed this photo on A4 photo paper in roughly an A5 size and I'm just now trimming it down. I'm now going to compare the size of my photo against my page protector to see how well it will fit. I personally find the Simple Stories page protectors I'm using run up a little bit large. So I'm going to mat the photo onto some black cardstock. I'm then going to stick the photo onto the cardstock using some double-sided sticky tape. You will be able to see here, it did take me a few attempts to be able to print the photo correctly. I printed on the wrong side of the photo paper, I printed it in a huge A4 size, and I printed where half of the photo was cut off. After placing the photo down, I'm just going to go back to my trimmer and neaten up the edges. I didn't quite manage to get the photo where I wanted on the cardstock, so I'm just going to trim two of the sides and make it a little more symmetrical. I'm now comparing the photo size again against the page protector, and I wanted to add a little bit more bulk on the layout, so I decided to use the Studio Calico red paper. It was a bonus as it worked well with incorporating the wedding colours in, as well as keeping to the theme I've set for my Nan's album. As always, I'm going to stick the photo down using some double-sided sticky tape. I did have a bit of a nightmare with this, which luckily wasn't on camera too much. When I tried to peel up the double-sided sticky tape, it wasn't sticking to the black cardstock, so it was sticking to my finger and ripping and tearing, but I got there in the end. When I chose this photo, I did have a few ideas. I knew I wanted it to be a classic layout, relatively simple and minimal, but also to bring in a little bit of the sentimentality and the theme that I have going on throughout the project life and other layouts in the album. The washi strip I'm using here is one from Studio Calico. It originally said this is going to be fabulous, and I cut out the middle and put the two sides together so it reads this is fabulous. I have tried several times to use it already, but for some reason it didn't quite make it to the layout, but I think it really works quite well with the photo that I'm using. I've just backed it onto some white scrap paper to really help it stand out, and I'm going to fussy cut that with my little scissors. I am really bad at fussy cutting, so I'm very thankful it was relatively easy to just follow around the outside of the washi strip. I did have a lot of trouble while creating this layout using my Fiskars trimmer. I've tried using new blades, I've tried using less pressure, more pressure, different types of paper, and for some reason it just chews the hell out of my paper. It did happen on the end of this washi strip, which is one of the reasons I decided to fussy cut. I'm not sure if it is just me, if I'm missing a trick, if I'm doing something wrong. So please, if you have the same problem or have had the same problem, leave a comment below so I know that it's not just me. I'm just sticking this down to the photo using some more double-sided sticky tape. I did trim off the edge of the washi strip just as I wanted it to sit flush with the edge of the photo, not the edge of the layout. I'm choosing from some tags and embellishments and labels that I have in these little dishes. The little dishes are incredibly pretty. They're a present from my mum and dad who've just got back from a holiday to Morocco. They're tiny and pretty and they work perfectly to sit on my desk. I've chosen to use this white and gold floral piece from a Maggie Holmes chipboard sheet. I've wanted to use it on so many layouts, but it never quite seemed to fit. To me, it looks perfect underneath the washi strip on the top right corner. And I'm using more double-sided sticky tape to put that down. So now I'm taking some vellum heart stickers from Studio Calico. I'm doubling up two of the small red ones to put in the top corner just above the washi strip. These are my absolute favourite heart stickers. I first got them in the Studio Calico Savannah kit and I must have bought about 10 or 15 sheets since. Now I'm taking an enamel heart from Studio Calico in red and I'm going to offset that just slightly from the vellum hearts. Just now having a flip through my Tim Holtz Tiny Word sticker booklet. The ones that I have here are the small talk option. They have lots of really beautiful sentiments and phrases in and I'm going to select two. The ones I decided to go for say best day ever and I feel so lucky. The moment that this photo was taken, I feel very lucky to have, as my nan is no longer with us. It's the last time I got to have a picture with both of my grandmothers. Now I'm taking my trimmer and I'm chopping in half almost a gold and white stripy label from One Little Bird. I think it works really well to complement the gold and white floral in the top corner, and I'm just going to use my roller date stamp from Dear Lizzie and record the date and remember this. I'm using my black Stays on ink to put on the date and I'm just layering it on top of a piece of scrap paper as I have a tendency to get very messy when stamping and everything ends up all over the desk. I decided to put the label on the bottom left corner. I'm going to tuck it underneath the photo. I wanted it to be on show, but I didn't want to cover up any of the photo, and I think it adds just the perfect little touch of something gold. And I'm going to trim off the edge using my tiny scissors. I'm using another one of the vellum hearts, again from Studio Calico, and I'm going to place that just in the bottom corner next to the date. And layer one of these tiny red misshapen hearts next to it. I'm then going back to my Tim Holtz Tiny Word stickers, and this time I'm going to take a sticker that says love you and add that just on top of the date. Now for the fun part, I'm going to take my white Heidi Swap Colour Shine and shake it vigorously off camera, and then I'm going to attempt to do some splatters around the corners of the layout. No matter how hard I try, I cannot get perfect splatters like Adele from Inky Quill. I like to think of myself as a little bit of an Adele when I'm using this in my head, but I always end up looking like I've spilt them instead. And here is the layout done. I'm going to include some stills and detail shots in just a moment, so please do keep watching for those. And if not, I will see you in my next video. Please feel free to subscribe if you'd like to see more videos from me. Leave any comments down below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!